Alright, just because of the title of the video, you already know what the cards are going to be. I got 4 of them today, and they're all on the same type. Now, designing these was a little tough because I wanted to make it decent so you'd have an incentive to run it as your commander. But if you put into the 99, it just probably makes your deck, I don't know, enables a lot of combos or something. So I had to kind of find a middle ground, and it's pretty tough with the way Yu-Gi-Oh's played compared to Magic. And yeah, I guess I'll just get into it. So I got 4 of them today. I actually got them all printed out. They kind of look nice. The first one is Thessalos, the Mega Monarch. So they're all elemental incarnations. 3 devotion of their corresponding color, and 1 legendary creature. As you cast, card name. So Thessalos in this case. Look at the target opponent's hand. Discard a card from it. If if it was a creature, he deals damage equal to that card's CMC to that player. If that creature was red, deal an additional 3 damage. So when I was making them, let's see. I still wanted to do something true to Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, because you have to play tributed monsters, but you can't tribute. Well, you can in Magic, but I guess I could have put tribute for 1/1 counters on them, but all that would do is everyone would probably just take a bigger body to fight every time, and you'd almost never get your effect off. Instead, you have an effect that's fine, but then if you use the corresponding creature to go with it, it just goes so much stronger and harder. So yeah, next on is Ryza. This one was, I think, the hardest one to put into words because I gave him Flash, so there's that. When he enters the battlefield, you choose one. Either return a permanent to the top of its library, return a card from any grave, and put it on top of the owner's library. So you can set, if they play like Entomb or something, you can put it back on top, slow them down a little bit. Well, they'll just draw into it, but I guess it can slow them down a little bit. Target permanent. I picked permanent because I'm like, if you set someone a land drop back for 4, it's very mediocre at that point, but it kind of slows down so you can hit a land, I guess. Also, the thing, if you sacrificed a green creature, you get both abilities. They're all the same PT, and yeah, that guy's just kind of a cool little maybe green stompy deck, or, well, that's pretty much what green is. Maybe suppresses your opponent just a little bit with him coming out. Maybe you can just, I don't know, pod combos or something like that. So the next one is Mobius the Mega Monarch, and I think I obviously probably made this guy way too strong when I designed him and try to make him, because he only hits back row stuff, but you don't really have back row in Magic unless you, I don't know, you set face down or you foretell or something. That's the closest thing that I can draw a line to. Anyway, so when you cast this guy, you can destroy up to 3 non-land permanents. Yeah, non-land, non-creature permanents, my bad. So you can just like hit enchantments, artifacts, something like that. I didn't want to make it specific creatures because in the card game he doesn't really hit creatures, he hits the stuff in the back. So yeah, just enchantment, artifact. Well, I guess he could hit a walker. I didn't think about that designing it. And this is the part where I probably just made him too strong. If he was blue, he gains split second. So that means, you know, split second is an ability where you cannot respond. So I was editing the video and I realized I made a mistake when I was mentioning the way Mobius works. Sure what pocket I got when I was explaining it, but when I meant to use his ability, it was on non-creature blue permanents to get the bonus effect. Something like a Spellskite or a Ristic Study. Just something that has, you know, blue in its color identity or something else. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to go back to the video because I get kind of weird for a second. On to it in any way. So I'd cast him, sacrifice a blue creature, and then they can't counter the destruction of their permanents or anything like that, or him coming out. It's well, yeah, you can counter him coming out, but I guess you can stifle it or something. Stifle, something like that. Anyway, yeah, maybe a little too strong. I should probably. Well, what's in I guess. I want to go to the last one because this one is like my favorite one I made out of all of them, and he is probably wicked strong in the like a reanimator deck. So I've made Caius the Mega Monarch. Now, 6/5 is always like the rest of them. Elemental Incarnation, 3 and 1. When he enters the battlefield, you just exile target permanent, and then he does 3 damage to that card's controller. If the card was black that you sacrificed to cast him, you pick a second permanent. No damage dealt this time, but still. So if you can like summon him, use Alter the Brood or something, then you start eating their resources, reanimate him. It starts getting strong because he's the only guy who I made. Well, not what I made. So I didn't make him on cast. I made him on ETB, so you can get away with his effects way more often. Just like Mobius, I made him on cast because if he's on ETB, it's incredibly strong. However, the only one, Ryza is also on ETB, and Thessalos is on cast. Although on ETB, Thessalos would be kind of crazy, huh? Because you can just keep eating the hand and burning. It's not that too unheard of. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think of the quality of these cards. A friend of mine made them. I got the little Universes Beyond logo, because they're not technically legal. I designed these guys, and